I mean, after the violence last night, do tell us what happened.
Well, yes, indeed. I mean, it was a cause for concern because it happened late last night, around 10 o'clock, and it went on for about an hour. I'm talking here about the shootings and the bombings that we could hear from where we are. But there's still no clarity as to what exactly happened, who was responsible, and whether it was related to the election, as many people suspect that it was. But the ruling party has, of course, been quick to say it's the antics of the opposition to create panic, to give people a sense of fear that things aren't as well as the ruling party thinks things are. Again, speaking to the Electoral Commission, they too seem to hold the same view that this panic is artificially induced to create a sense of panic and to give everyone a sense that all is not well. And so far, certainly from where the Electoral Commission sits, everything is going according to plan, and there haven't been any major incidents except for a couple of people who were involved in incidents that were seen not too far from here, and that's where a person was found lying on the streets, and there again no direct connection has been made as yet as to whether that person or those two people in fact were indeed, or whatever happened to them had anything to do with the election. There is, of course, a very, very strong police and army presence to ensure that this election, from where the authorities sit, goes according to plan. Alicia?
All right, look, Vuyo, tell us a bit about the observer missions. We know that the AU was hesitant in sending the observer missions previously. Have they arrived, and what is their stance on the election in terms of what they've observed so far?
Well, they haven't made any pronouncements yet. Customarily, they would wait until the very end, in other words, the very end of the election, which will be this evening. There is the East African community, which has sent observers, but so has the United Nations. United Nations Secretary General Ban Ki-moon did send out a statement yesterday saying he was hoping that Burundi will keep the peace and keep calm under the circumstances, and notwithstanding the problems that everyone knows about in the run-up to the election, but really imploring them to make sure that they do the peace holds, and after the peace, hoping that the ruling party, the CNDD-FDD, as well as the opposition parties, do recommit themselves to that process, which will ensure that the talks around a government of national unity continue, and hoping that that process will indeed yield a lasting solution, which will, in terms of which, or that will guarantee that we do not see the kind of violence and intimidation we saw in the run-up to this election. So everyone is really crossing their fingers, hoping that between now and this evening there won't be any major incidents, the kinds of incidents that will nullify this election, because it will indeed set even the process of seeking a lasting solution, and with that a government of unity a step or two, maybe several steps back.
All right, Vuyo, when can we expect the latest results or the final results?
Well, from what everyone has been saying, including the Electoral Commission, it will be in 2 days' time, or if they stretch it, it may run to a third day, but everyone seems to be unanimous around the 2-day period.
All right, that's it. Vuyo Mvoko, who will have more throughout the day on the presidential polls that started this morning in Burundi.